Jess on his right. Hey, hold up. Don't start a fight. He's got you covered with all the sports. Don't fret, he's wearing shorts. It's time for Waking Jake in the morning. Waking Jake at night. Jake sucks.
Good afternoon, Bakers. We're back for happy hour. You guys liked happy hour so much last time. We are running it back. Myself, BBD, welcome to Wake and Jake. Baseball continues to be so hot in the streets. What a huge night for baseball last night. We basically were prepared for bowl series to be done. The Red Sox about to go up 3-1 and just annihilating every Astros pitcher they'd seen. Plus, last night actually turned into a pitcher's duel, where if they won that, that would have been more salt in the wound. If the Red Sox won the 2-1 game, that would have been absolutely brutal. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, Los Braves, Charlie Morton, they're up 5-2 going into the 8th. Belly season, Cody Bellinger hits that high, out-of-the-zone fastball into the bleachers. Sounds dramatic, saves their season. Mookie Betts follows it with the RBI double. And here we are. So thanks, everyone live in the chat. Marsha, Normal Dog, Nate, Michelle, Fao, Zach, Izzy, everyone. You guys are the best. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for hopping in for happy hour. Believe it'll save me and BBD time tomorrow. Might not. Might not. That's life these days. We're busy. We are not streaming tonight. What BBD will be streaming himself live from Madison Square Garden. Whoops. MSG, Knicks opening night. That's exciting, BBD.
I think it'll be the first opening day of anything I've gone to.
That's going to be cool, man. I know the Garden has become a little bit of, I don't want to say a joke. I don't want anyone to have their worst day at their job. But, the Mecca.
It's been, overstated how, important it is a little bit.
The place called the Mecca has hosted some of the worst basketball over the last 20 years. There's the joke. Dude, MSG on a game day has a little extra juice.
And games at MSG still have it.
Opening day, that's going to be really cool. So excited for you. Knicks, Celtics, BBD. After he names his top 25 potential pets this episode, he'll be heading there. So we're excited for him. My godson. How's everyone doing? Happy Wednesday. If you're listening to this Thursday, this was the only BBD. When we did this last happy hour, there weren't going to be, the stories didn't change because we were between.
There was no game Wednesday night.
We were between the division series and the CS. So that was kind of the biggest thing. There are two massive games tonight that can basically trounce anything I'm about to say. So should I tread lightly? No. I'm giving the hot takes. No. It's the conversation. And so let's go back to the games that have happened. Dodgers take the first one in LA. They make it a 2-1 series. Tonight they have a huge advantage. It is Urias versus a bullpen day. Or Ynoa, which is essentially a bullpen day.
The Braves fans in our lives have said today's the bullpen day.
And hey, we're 3 days removed from Urias being the most feared pitcher you could see in these playoffs. BBD, I have kind of a rude favor. Can you see if Jimmy needs his laptop?
Yeah.
I don't want him to leave, and then if he doesn't, that's a bad time for him. Urias, man, that's been a bad dude in the playoffs. He got touched up the other day. With how much the momentum changed, and they're in LA, and the Braves have in their bullpen, and their bullpen's a little beat up. I hate to say it, and this is kind of the problem with baseball in the playoffs and bullpen days and stuff now, but if you told the Braves they could lose 8-2 and rest the good guys in their bullpen, obviously they want to fight you for the win, and that makes a ton of sense. Although it would be a 3-1 lead, which this Dodgers team and this Braves team are familiar with.
Intimately familiar.
Very recently, intimately familiar with.
So Braves fans, you want to lose tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that's where it gets tricky. Because, all right, so let's go other end of the spectrum. Braves find a way to win tonight. They're the Braves. Dodgers still really haven't hit. They had the Bellinger home run. Otherwise, they scored 2 in the first inning when Morton was settling in. Otherwise, they still haven't hit. The Braves do have Max Fried for Game 5. Max Fried's nasty. So if you're the Braves and you win today, you have Fried, Anderson, and Morton lined up. You're feeling good. Even if you lose today and rest your bullpen, you don't feel bad for the same exact reasons I said. Now, this probably sounds like loser talk. If you're a Braves fan, you hate this right now, and understandably so. I'm just trying to be real with you. Think about everything we've said about Urias. What's his playoff ERA? Julio Urias. I got his baseball reference up. He has a 3.09 career regular season ERA. Career, that's Julio Urias. A career 2.96 playoff ERA. And that just bumped up from his 1-inning 2 earned runs the other day. His last 1, 2, 3, 4. He's just really, really good. It's in L.A. They're back in the series, basically from being dead. I'm sorry, Britt. I texted Peter Moylan last night, and I wouldn't normally exchange my Peter Moylan text. I told him, he texted me at 11:45, and he said, tough one. And I said, not sure you want to hear my honest thoughts right now. He said, they're wrong. I said, I hope so, but I also want the Braves to lose so he can come up for the World Series because he's doing the post-game shows.
It's a bit of a win-win for him.
And, hey, again, this just shows the different angles you can look at sports. He said we need to play 500. 4 games, just got to split them. Does that make sense? Or no, it's 2-1. So, yeah, there's 4 games left. You just got to split them.
They need to
with
go 5. 1
Max Fried start, 1 Ion, 1 Morton. That's very doable. Dodgers are also pretty good. So, I'm interested to see how today's game script goes. None of these games have been a blowout yet, so I shouldn't say that confidently, but I think you could see that today, especially Ynoa if the Braves go down early. If Ynoa can eat up 95 pitches for them, that could be the most important thing to come out of today. It's crazy how important that is in today's baseball, and it's a problem. Buster Olney tweeted about it. He was like, MLB and the CBA needs to prioritize how important starting pitching is, which is really tough. How do you do that? Yeah. How do you make the game, besides the one thing that, again, would change baseball significantly is if both teams started with the DH and you got it for as long as your starting pitcher was in the game.
Yeah. That feels like the only way. That's the only way I've heard that would incentivize the importance of starting pitching.
You would try to get starting pitching, but that makes it a different sport.
Makes it a different sport, and fixing that to ruin another thing.
This is a league that is so nervous to give the Astros an asterisk. In a year, they were super cheating. And now we're going to ask them to add a double DH, but it gets removed when you take the pitcher out? You can't even dream that. So, I don't know what's going to happen. I think baseball is going to move to a place where every pitcher has to be able to throw at least 2 to 3 innings. So when you bring a reliever in theory, they can go that way. It's still a mess. You need starting pitching. I don't know what they're going to do. That game is sneaking up. I think, do they have another 5 p.m. start?
I think so.
They're the early game again?
Red Sox are early.
Red Sox are early. But Bum, ba-dum. Well, hey, let's talk about that a little bit as we lead up to that game, and that's brought to us by Dugout Mugs. You guys know Dugout Mugs. They're our friends. What's the old, is it Finding Nemo, friends, not food?
Yeah. Fish are friends, not food.
Fish are friends, not food. In this case, Dugout Mugs are bats that you drink out of. Doesn't work exactly. But Dugout Mugs, they're giving away $25K worth of free product in the next week. We've been doing our Cheers and Chug on the live stream. Code JOMBOY, 35% off all of their best products. Guys, this is better than the deal they're offering on Black Friday this year. 35% off. They're doing it. There's such a demand for these. If they can get some out before Black Friday, Cyber Monday, I think it helps them. So they're giving you a crazy deal. 35% off.
It's better than the deal they were going to give then anyway.
Yeah.
So guarantee yourself you get it, and you're getting the best deal. No sense waiting.
DugoutMugs.com. Use code JOHNBOY, 35% off all their best products. And I think the next 1,000 orders, they're giving a free knob shot. So if you go now, I think you're Patagucci on that. And I'm sorry I said that.
It's even freer than last time they were giving out free knob shots.
It's just
they're not even asking for additional shipping.
If you're not getting it, Dugout Mugs is trying to hook you up these playoffs. So go check them out. DugoutMugs.com. Code JOHNBOY, 35% off. Boston, Houston last night. A lot of strike umpiring controversy. Missed calls both ways. The one that stands out is the Evaldi, because Cora pushes his button of going all in with his pitchers. And Evaldi throws what could have easily been called strike 3. Backdoor slider, looks like it gets in there to Jason Castro. Doesn't get called. Jason Castro gets the RBI single. Evaldi walks the next batter, gets pulled because they want to keep his pitches down so he can start Game 6. Martin Perez comes in, 2 RBI double, and just, the top popped off the Pringles ad. This game finishes 9-2, pretty insane. Great job by the Astros bullpen, mostly Christian Javier, 3 innings, 3 Ks. He's got their best outing this series, basically. He's having a great October. They're going to have him for one more game, so that's going to be a strategic chess move for them. They are playing in Boston tonight. Altuve homer. Chris Sale versus Framber Valdez. I don't know what we're going to get. Jakey shower thoughts. Let me bring there in you. Excuse me? Let me bring you in there with me. I shower this morning.
Huge.
It's big. It's big. Big day for me. And I'm thinking about the Houston Astros and the Red Sox series. Framber Valdez versus Chris Sale. Do you know Framber's stats from the regular season? I looked him up this morning just because I was interested.
He missed early.
So it's 22 starts. That's what I'll give you.
Surprised he got that many.
22 starts. You shouldn't guess. It's a very unfair question. If you had to give a loose ERA.
3.2.
3.14. There you go. That's a crazy year.
Yeah.
That's really good.
When you think about, the more we've been in the baseball world, the more it's most pitchers are, going to be around, 4. It's anything in the 3s you're pretty happy with.
That's really good.
In the low 3s, that's good.
Framber Valdez, we've kind of written him off because, the Red Sox got to him in his first start, and I think his other start against Houston wasn't good either. This guy's a really good pitcher. So you can't write him off. That being said, it is the playoffs, and he could go out in a couple minutes and stink up the room, and it's okay, Framby's out. So then, BBD, I had a weird minute. Chris Sale's last outing, he wasn't horrible. So in this series that's been crazy hitting, Framber's 2 playoff outings this year. White Sox 4.1, 4 earned. Boston 2.2, 2 earned. In a game Houston won, by the way. So they were in full playoffs mode to get that win. Don't count Framber out tonight. That first time through the lineup is huge. His sinking fastball gets better as he goes. This is a hot take. I'm also not writing Sale off tonight. I think Sale looked a little better in his last outing. So when I say that, what do I mean? I think there's a chance that Sale gives him like 3 good innings tonight. 3-1. I mean, Tanner Houck's basically the starter in this game, but they're opening with Sale. He's not stretched out yet. I'm going to be really interested to see. Like I said, this game's about to tip off in a minute. Which, do we say tip off with baseball? I feel like they say that.
They could. First pitch is coming up.
First pitch, yeah. Tip off is really basketball.
Yeah. Basketball.
What's going on over there? I've seen your eyes dancing around a lot. Are you in the chat?
No, I think there might be a passing.
Okay.
But I'm trying to find like a tweet I actually like, but we can just play some rumor stuff.
Let's do a rumor passing.
Deshaun Watson, allegedly very close trade to the Dolphins. And the part of it that I saw that I'm trying to find something I trust, 3-team trade, Tua would be going to Washington. Fitzpatrick can't be left alone.
Whoa.
So I'm trying to find like anything on Twitter I really trust.
Okay, so that's a teaser. We are going to preview
NFL trade deadline coming.
Someone just tagged me in a tweet. Andrew Campbell said Rod Carew tweets how Talking Jake talks, and the tweet he quote tweeted was Rod Carew saying, "You dance like a duck." So we will be previewing the NFL games in a little bit. I probably should have said that off the rip. So, yeah, this game's about to start. Let's be honest. It's if you had to bet, you'd bet on a lot more offense in this game. It's the Red Sox and the Houston Astros. Their lineups are both nasty. They've been hitting, although last night they kind of didn't. We'll see what happens. This, I know we've been saying this about every game, but actually this game doesn't feel as pivotal. Like, Houston's a bunch of sickos, so I think they're okay going back to Houston with 2 games to win. Like, that doesn't make them squirm. Confirmed on the trade? Half?
No, I've heard. Well, now another trade seeing Dolphins potentially sending Tua to Washington or Denver, which would be big for you.
Holy passing.
But again, not from any like real reporters. I don't know who's real on football Twitter. So
we're not real yet. We'll keep you updated as we go. This game is bigger for the Red Sox than Houston. If Houston goes back and they just got to win 2 in Houston, that's easy for them. Boston, they had all the momentum. Felt like they let a lot of it go last night. They're in Fenway. Like, Boston's kind of supposed... I don't know. I was going to say they're supposed to have this game, but Sale could also give you nothing today. So, interested to see how it goes down. I know it sounds super dumb and super lame, but rooting for a good game. We'll see if we actually get that. And then Dodgers-Braves tonight. Again, Braves surprised me. That's what you've done all playoffs, so you very well could. But, yeah. I don't know. Any other baseball thoughts you got on your mind, BBD?
I mean, a lot of stuff will be wiped out by the morning and been replaced with new thoughts. But
yeah, I'm putting my neck out there a little bit. I would, if I had to guess, I don't know. I honestly, my brain is so polluted by fanhood in the Astros-Red Sox series, I can't view it cleanly.
Yeah.
I guess my hot take is I could see another pitcher's duel. This game could also be 7-5 in the 3rd inning. So, like, that's baseball. I have no idea.
Yeah, I tried to call Urquidy and Erod as, like, the pitcher's duel game. Or the best, like, duel pitching we'd get. Didn't happen. So.
So, yeah, we'll see. We got a little pitching last night. It fell apart. We'll see. Both of these teams are kind of waiting for another break. Like, if the Red Sox get a bad break in this game after the Evaldi not called strike 3.
Both teams
feels like things are spiraling.
Teams.
Yeah. Red Sox need to make sure it's not spiraling. This game is huge for the Red Sox. This could be their last game in Fenway. The Red Sox kind of need this game. Hawk, we haven't seen him in a minute. If he can be special enough, I'll go and everyone throw eggs on my face tomorrow. I'm going to say we're going to get a sneaky pitcher's duel today. I think the Bats lost a little bit of their sizzle. It's going to be 11-10. It's going to be 11-10. Braves prove me wrong. Prove Peter Moylan right. How about that? We'll see where we're at. I mean, by Monday, we're going to know the World Series matchup, right? I think
so.
If the NLCS goes 7 games, I think that's Sunday, where ALCS would be Saturday. So, next time we'll be seeing you, we should have a little World Series preview. As you guys know, talking baseball, we're essentially going every day. Andrew Bremner, special afternoon Wake and Jake for my birthday. You know it is.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, AB. How you doing? Thanks for joining us. Thanks, everyone that's here live right now for this another happy hour Wake and Jake. Half planned, half not. We're pretty day-to-day here. Let's talk a little foosball. Hey, we'll see if we get an update on BBD's massive trade he just broke. Everyone enjoyed the baseball tonight, by the way. Baseball tonight. Let's give you our little bit of a football weekend teaser. Let's check out the schedule. Feels like a lot of buys this week. I say that only because my fantasy team I care the most about.
This is your big bye week.
Riddled. It's like, if you include injuries, I think it's like 7 out of 8 starters or whatever. No one really cares, but it's one of those things when you see your lineup and you're like, well,
when you're actually faced with that week.
I'm going to start who at running back this week? All right, let's go through the slate. Tomorrow night, well, we'll find out if there's a change at the helm. Denver Broncos at the Cleveland Browns. In Cleveland, interested, what's going on with Baker and Case Keenum? Is Case Keenum going to get the start? I know he played the other day.
It sounded like Keenum started.
They're starting Case Keenum. So, hey, I think Denver's defense is good. So, watch out for that. Case Keenum can kind of win that job. His 1 year in Minnesota, he was, like, fun and good.
He's put together some good games.
And, like, can
that
he...
run was good.
I guess what I would say is, can he do what Baker Mayfield can do in any given game? And at this point, yes. So against my Broncos, it's at home. I think the Browns are out of running backs. I picked up D'Ernest Johnson. He's supposed to be getting a lot of the carries because Chubb and... who's the other running back?
Kareem Hunt.
Chubb and Hunt are both out. So, okay, I think I just found out this game's going to be ugly. I think that game's going to be ugly. So, Thursday Night Football, you might just want to stick with the baseball.
We'll
God,
stream it at the same time.
The chat is running hot with the John Boy Media Marvel comparison right now.
Wish I could participate.
They're just going. I appreciate it. It's wild stuff.
My group chat of college friends, 2 of them are Washington fans. So one of them texted Tua, just asking what he thinks about it. He said, "Oh, he's better than anyone we've got. What's up with him?" So I think he's about to find out what's happening.
Ooh, that's exciting. Oh, I forgot to say this. Oh, I was going to say this on Talking Yanks, and I forgot. Our morning doorman, we haven't We don't talk a lot. It's usually,
Usually just
hey,
a
how
nice
are you?
hello.
Have a good day.
And usually our like building lady is like always talking to him a lot.
Yes. The
So
couple
he's in the middle of something.
the couple times we've talked Yankees, he like deep dives. Like he knows he's a
like,
Yankees
he's
fan.
really in.
Um,
And I've never discussed it.
I broke the Boone news to him,
Mm.
and he didn't love that. So that was a sad moment. I forgot to share. Back to the foosball. Denver at Cleveland. I'll try to check in on my ponies. We'll be streaming. I think Zach Short's going to be here from the compound. Tigers middle infielder Zach Short. So that should be fun. Compound fame. So me and Jimmy will rat him pretty hard. Put him in the middle. Find out what he's about. It's the only way to do it. Denver at Cleveland. Check in. I feel like this game is going to be a point in the third quarter where you're like, whoa.
What's happening?
This is Teddy Bridgewater and Case Keenum, huh? So we'll see what's going on there. Your Sunday slate, Sunday, October 24th. Green Bay at Washington at Green Bay. Nope.
Get ugly.
Green Bay will improve to 6-1.
Yep.
You don't have to watch unless you like Rodgers. Kansas City at Tennessee. Okay. That should be a really good football
might
game.
Be the winner of the hour.
Tennessee's started to figure it out. They are 4-2 now. How did they lose to the Jets?
Stupid.
What? They're 4-2, and their first loss was their first game of the season to the Cardinals, who are undefeated. So, like,
Fair.
that Jets one is just gonna.
That one might come back.
Whoa, that's weird. It's in Nashville for the Titans. That place is gonna be rowdy. We're gonna find out if Kansas City figured it out. They beat the Washington football team 21-0 in the second half of their game last week. This should be a shootout. This should be a fun game. Let's see if Mahomes and Kansas City have dialed it in, and let's see where Tennessee's at. Okay, so that's a good one. Atlanta at Miami. No. Sorry for that.
A couple more bad ones right after.
New York at New England. No. Carolina at the Giants. That's a winnable game for the Giants.
At this point, I'd rather my Panthers get back on track.
Yeah. That's tough.
Great rally at the end last week.
Cincinnati at Baltimore. That's a good game. That's a good game. Baltimore's 5-1. Cincy's 4-2 in Baltimore after Baltimore rolled on the Chargers, who everyone liked. Cincinnati, this is a big game for them. They're 4-2. They want to prove themselves as like we're not the old Bengals. We're Joe Burrow. We have an electric offense. That's a watchable game. So in the 1 p.m. slate, Cincy at Baltimore, Kansas City, Tennessee. There you go. That's a football slate.
Giants are playing.
4 p.m. Philly at Las Vegas. Not really. That game reeks of Philly somehow winning on the last drive. I don't know why. Just
It's a lot of stink.
Jalen Hurts does better towards the end of the games, and Vegas likes to blow games sometimes, so that's all I have on that. Although Vegas, the Raiders, who are my team to not sleep on, they would be 5-2 if they win this game, and they play the Giants the next week. And they actually might have like good juju with Gruden gone, which
They're rallying around something good.
sounds rude, but it's also true. It's true. Detroit.
That's not true than the other stuff.
Yeah. Detroit at Los Angeles.
Trevor Plouffe's lock of the week.
Yeah. Yeah. That's tough. That's really tough.
Next one's tough.
Houston at Arizona. Oh, my God. Okay, so no. Tampa Bay at Chicago. Part of my soul thinks this game is going to be close.
Chicago, I feel like every game like stays interesting way longer than it should.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, is Chicago's defense good, or is that just like, let's see, they gave up 7. So they lost in a blowout opening week. 17 to the Bengals, 26 to the Browns, 14 to the Lions, 9 to the Raiders, 24 to the Packers. Is at home, I guess. It's in Tampa. I mean,
And I think the Packers, they pull away at the end. Am I remembering that right? Tampa's good.
that might not be great. Okay, so you might not have a 4 o'clock winner. So that's okay. People, what we do here, we figure out
Eagles Raiders, I think, will be a close game to keep an eye on.
if you have to make plans on Sunday, make them for like 4:35. You can miss that slate. I think you can miss that comfortably.
Go for an early dinner.
Yeah, go for the 1 p.m.s. You got 2 good games, and you'll probably get some crazy NFL action. Go get yourself a dinner. And then the Colts at San Fran is the night game. Eee. So, yeah, maybe it's just a 1 p.m.er. Do the 1 p.m. games. Indy at San Fran, that's tough to get up for. That actually could be an okay game. They've won 2 of their last 3 against the
Niners are
Dolphins
supposed to be
and
good.
Ravens, so no. Actually, to be fair, the Colts lost to Russell Wilson in the Seahawks week 1. Kind of expected. They lost to the Rams, really good. They lost at the Titans. They beat the Dolphins, you'd expect that. They lost to the Ravens. Ravens and Rams and Seahawks were kind of close games. And Titans. So they beat the Dolphins and the Texans, which you'd expect. They lost to the Ravens, Titans, Rams, and Seahawks. So this Niners game, if they can win that, 3-4 Colts, you start talking yourself into Wentz, can he figure stuff up? You might not have to watch this game. And then Monday night, Russell Wilson getting hurt has kind of ruined everything because it's New Orleans at Seattle. So that's Jameis versus Geno. So maybe I will watch. 2 pick sixes. Lock it in, Janiel. So part of the reason, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 teams on byes this week. Which, is this the first time there's been 6 weeks on bye?
I think so.
Let me see.
First couple weeks of buys.
Last week there was 4. Yeah. So this is why the buys feel more impactful.
And the teams on bye are the Bills, Cowboys.
They're good teams.
Yeah, good. There's
Vikings are playing better. Pittsburgh's 3-3. Chargers everyone loves, and the Jaguars. So, watch the early games. That's the football. We set you up for the baseball. I could be very wrong on it. Maybe I'll be very right. Maybe I'll walk tall, carry a big stick. Maybe I'm a human idiot. Let's start wrapping up BBD with the comment of the day, Bakers. I ask you guys to leave a comment of the day to bake the algorithm. What's that mean? Leave a comment. Click the like button. Perfect game last episode. Whoops. Good views. Some of the comments, rocking the pearls, Jock starting a trend. Did I hear some people call it Jake-tober? Yeah. So, Andrew, we were talking about how good of a franchise the Braves are. 94 was the strike year. They had 14 straight division titles. 14 straight.
I remember because growing up, the Yankees had a bunch in a row.
Yeah.
It was like, Braves are. They were like 1 more or something for a bit. I guess 2 or 3 more.
We kind of don't think of the Braves as a franchise in that light. Because I think they were like a title short those years. They kind of needed 1 more, and it just didn't happen.
They didn't get any like in that run. I think the World Series they got was 90, right?
Yeah, did they win 95?
91.
93?
Did they get 95?
I always forget a Braves championship. I think it's 95.
95. The second we said it, it felt right.
Because I think the reason I always forget it is because in Yankees' heads, baseball doesn't start. Yeah, it was 95.
They won the World Series. So they got one.
In Yankee years, our Yankees' life, baseball didn't start till 96.
My life didn't start till...
Your life literally didn't start till 97. So that gets tricky quick. So the
Depends how religious
Braves
you
are an underrated franchise. I guess that's the point. The fact they're still doing this without Acuna
Yeah.
and everything, that's pretty nuts.
I think it's forgotten a little now because early in the 2010s they bottomed out, but grand scheme of things, they've been very, very, very competitive
Like if
25 of the last 30
BBD.
years, at least.
You want a clickbait and fun off-season task? We should rank like the top 90 major sports franchises. Because the Braves would be higher than I think people would think.
They'd be certainly a top 20% team.
Like, how do you do the
Franchise.
Rays? That's fun. We'll think of some parameters
There's gonna be
around that.
something there.
We'll do that this offseason. And then my guy, Tom Nelligan, said Bino board arrives today. Plan is to have in-games in club rooms post-baseball training, drinking some beers. Wow, a lot of words there. Enjoy your
hit home.
Enjoy your Bino. I know Kelsey has. People, thank you for liking, subscribing, and commenting. We're up to 445 subs. 5K by the end of playoffs. I think that was the realistic goal. I think we can get there. So share, tell a friend, have them sub. You guys are the best. Bro of the night. We'll go quick. I'll give it to Cody Bellinger. Dude had not only a bad regular season, but kind of as bad as you can be.
Yeah.
He had a -1.5 WAR. He hit 165. He had a 45 OPS plus. 542 OPS. This guy won an MVP 2 years ago. What? Cody, he's having a postseason now. Officially official. I think he
I think he entered that at bat with a 300 batting average in the playoffs so far.
yeah, because
Nice
he had a
little
good
run.
he had a wild card game. His OPS has to be good. I went approaching this the wrong way. Let's see if I can get there. Good for Cody Bellinger. I know Trev was almost pushing it from like respecting a player standpoint. Like Cody Bellinger is too good to be doing what he had done. So let's see. This postseason, 292 batting average, 393 on base, 851 OPS. Yep. Like that's maybe Cody Bellinger is an MVP, but he can be around those numbers for sure. Mix him
He's-
around a little
he's
bit
closer to this than
than his regular season. So good for him, and he might have just saved the Dodger season. So there you go.
Bro
Your
of the
bro?
night, Steph Curry opening night last night. He gets a triple double, and he has a fun quote after saying like, "I played like shit though."
Like that.
And 21 points, 10 and 10. And then you look at the box score, and he did kind of play like shit. It's kind of just did not hit a good percentage. 5 of 21 overall, 2 of 8 from 3. But it's a funny quote just seeing Steph Curry
Yeah.
triple double.
Golden State can be like good this year, right?
I think they're supposed to be back to being good.
Did
Wiggins
Clay
stuff's
play?
weird. Clay's not back yet, but I think
Not
he's
back
been
yet.
a full go in practice.
Okay.
If Clay can play.
Yeah,
I
man.
haven't seen him in forever.
No, sports are so messed up.
So he
Injuries in
gets the real
sports.
bro.
And dude, like the other day, we watched the Yankees presser to see who got hurt, and like we don't actually think about that. Okay, the season's over.
Here's
Luke Voigt's
6
knee's
surgeries.
messed up. Gio's hip is ruined. Like we just take in that information, and it's like, what? Like that's their life. That's part of their career going forward. Jamison Tyone, a surgery that has him not able to do his job for 5 months. So yeah, we need to respect athletes a little more. When Clay comes back, that's going to be cool. Hopefully Golden State is like good. That's just fun, man.
ready for it.
I know there's some of you with NBA teams that probably didn't like Golden State, especially when they super team, but like Steph and Clay and Dre,
It's closer to the team that people liked.
Wiggins
now.
getting weird.
Wiggins is weird.
Who's-
Iguodala's back. And
Wiseman?
That's cool.
Wiseman should be good. So
I don't think he played last.
Gab in the chat with
What's up?
Moses Moody and Jordan Poole. Ooh.
Jordan Poole started.
Oh, Michelle Haley, who always interacts. You're the best, Michelle. Said, bruh, to the Dodger fans who left early. Little
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I
That's
know it's like a
tough.
thing at Dodger games to leave early and stuff, and like traffic's terrible, but playoff game.
If
They
you
came
went to
back.
that game and you missed that belly homer, that's a tough
It wasn't
one.
far enough for everyone to understand.
Chris Sale, clean first inning. So my predictions are already coming super true. All right, people. That game's going. BBD's going to see Los Knicks tonight. Speaking of talking Knicks, talking Nets, it's NBA season's here. That's insane. That's insane. Tweet at BBD. Watch everything on John Boy Media. Rose Rotation, JJTV, the play-ins and watch-ins are a lot of fun. JM Gaming. My baseball game the other day. It's 45 minutes. If you listen to this and you enjoy me for whatever reason, go watch that. It's some of the funniest shit. I'm getting stoned tonight and watching it again. Talking Giants, Mansplain Baseball, everything else. You guys are the best. Love you guys. Go baseball. See if my pitching duel in a hitter's game is right. Dodgers big.